The Upanishad. At whose behest does the mind think? Who bids the body live? Who makes the tongue speak? Who is that effulgent being that directs the eye to form and color, and the ear to sound? The self is the ear of the ear, the mind of the mind, speech of speech, is also breath of the breath, and the eye of the eye. Having given up the false identification of the self with the senses and the mind, and knowing the self to be Brahman, the wise, on departing this life, become immortal. Him the eye does not see, nor the tongue express, nor the mind grasp. Him we neither know nor are able to teach. Different is he from the known, and different is he from the unknown. So have we heard from the wise. That which cannot be expressed in words, but by which the tongue speaks, know that to be Brahman. Brahman is not the being who is worshipped of men. That which is not comprehended by the mind, but by which the mind comprehends, know that to be Brahman. Brahman is not the being who is worshipped of men. That which is not seen by the eye, but by which the eye sees, know that to be Brahman. Brahman is not the being who is worshipped of men. That which is not heard by the ear, but by which the ear hears, know that to be Brahman. Brahman is not the being who is worshipped of men. That which is not drawn by the breath, but by which the breath is drawn, know that to be Brahman. Brahman is not the being who is worshipped of men. If you think that you know well the truth of Brahman, know that you know little. What you think to be Brahman in yourself, or what you think to be Brahman in the gods, this is not Brahman. What is indeed the truth of Brahman, you must therefore learn. I cannot say that I know Brahman fully, nor can I say that I know him not. He among us who knows him best, who understands the spirit of the words, nor do I know that I know him not. He truly knows Brahman, who knows him as beyond knowledge, who thinks that he knows not. The ignorant think that Brahman is known, but the wise know him to be beyond knowledge. He who realizes the existence of Brahman behind every activity of his being, whether sensing, perceiving, or thinking, he alone gains immortality. Through knowledge of Brahman comes power. Through knowledge of Brahman comes victory over death. Blessed is the man who, while he yet lives, realizes Brahman. The man who realizes him not suffers his greatest loss. When they depart this life, the wise, who have realized Brahman as the self in all beings, become immortal. Once the gods won a victory over the demons, and though they had done so only through the power of Brahman, they were exceedingly vain. They thought to themselves, "It was we who beat our enemies, and the glory is ours." Brahman saw their vanity and appeared before them, but they did not recognize him. Then the other gods said to the god of fire, "Fire, find out for us who this mysterious spirit is." "Yes," said the god of fire, and approached the spirit. The spirit said to him, "Who are you?" "I am the god of fire. As a matter of fact, I am very widely known." "And what power do you wield?" "I can burn anything on earth." "Burn this," said the spirit, placing a straw before him. The god of fire fell upon it with all his might, but could not consume it. So he ran back to the other gods and said, I cannot discover who this mysterious spirit is. Then said the other gods to the god of wind, Wind, do you find out for us who he is? Yes, said the god of wind, and approached the spirit. The spirit said to him, Who are you? I am the god of wind. As a matter of fact, I am very widely known. I fly swiftly through the heavens. And what power do you wield? I can blow away anything on earth. Blow this away, said the spirit, placing a straw before him. The god of wind fell upon it with all his might, but was unable to move it. So he ran back to the other gods and said, I cannot discover who this mysterious spirit is. Then said the other gods to Indra, greatest of them all, O respected one, find out for us, we pray you, who he is. Yes, said Indra, and drew nigh to the spirit. But the spirit vanished, and in his place stood Uma, God the Mother, well adorned, and of exceeding beauty. Beholding her, Indra asked, Who was that spirit that appeared to us? That, answered Uma, was Brahman. Through him it was not of yourselves that you attained your victory and your glory. Thus did Indra and the god of fire and the god of wind come to recognize Brahman. The god of fire, the god of wind, and Indra, these excelled the other gods, for they approached nearest to Brahman and were the first to recognize him. But of all gods, Indra is supreme, for he approached nearest of the three to Brahman and was the first of the three to recognize him. This is the truth of Brahman in relation to nature, whether in the flash of the lightning or the wink of the eye. The power that is shown is the power of Brahman. This is the truth of Brahman in the relation to man. In the motions of the mind, the power that is shown is the power of Brahman. For this reason, should a man meditate upon Brahman by day and by night, Brahman is the adorable being in all beings. Meditate upon him as such. He who meditates upon him as such is honored by all other beings. A disciple, Sir, teach me more of the knowledge of Brahman. The master, I have told you the secret knowledge: austerity, self-control, performance of duty without attachment. These are the body of that knowledge. The Vedas are its limbs. Truth is its very soul. He who attains to knowledge of Brahman, being freed from all evil, finds the eternal, the supreme. Om, peace, peace, peace.